நியூஸ் 7 தமிழ் நேயர்களுக்கு வணக்கம். இன்றைய சிறப்பு நேர்காணல் நிகழ்ச்சியில் நாம் சந்திக்க போகக்கூடிய நபர் இந்திய அரசியலில் பாரம்பரியமிக்க குடும்பத்தின் வாரிசு. இந்திய அரசியலில் இளம் தலைவர்களில் மிக மிக முக்கியமானவர். நாளைய பிரதமர் என அவர்கள் கட்சியின் தொண்டர்களால் அழைக்கப்படக்கூடியவர். தமிழகத்தின் தற்போதைய தேர்தல் களத்தை தனது சுற்றுப்பயணத்தால் பரபரப்பான ஒன்றாக மாற்றிக்கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய காங்கிரஸ் கட்சியின் முன்னாள் தலைவரும் இளம் தலைவருமான திரு ராகுல் காந்தியைத்தான் இந்த சிறப்பு நேர்காணலில் சந்திக்க இருக்கிறோம். அவரை இந்த சிறப்பு நேர்காணலுக்கு வரவேற்கிறேன். Warm welcome to News 7 Tamil's special interview.
Thank you.
And first of all, I extend my gratefulness and thank you for agreeing this interview, sir.
Thank you for coming here to interview me.
Welcome, sir. So my first question is, not like before elections, Mr. Rahul Gandhi is emphasizing more on Tamil Nadu politics in the recent months, not only within the elections, before the elections also. He has raised his voice in many Tamil causes, and in this election he has finished two rounds of campaign. Any specific reason behind such aggressive actions within the Tamil Nadu politics and Tamil culture-oriented politics, sir?
No, in the Gujarat election I also did a similar campaign. Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan also I did a similar campaign. The idea is that India is multiple different cultures, multiple different ideas, multiple different languages, and we have to respect them and we have to strengthen them. At the same time, these languages, these cultures, these histories have to work together. That is the idea of India. India is not the idea of crushing these languages, crushing these traditions and saying that there is only one central idea that runs this country. And I feel Tamil Nadu is important because it has a unique history, unique culture, unique tradition, unique language, and that needs to be protected from the assault that is being carried out for the first time by the Narendra Modi government.
In 2019 parliament elections, when we see the results, Congress party has scored more in Tamil Nadu when compared to other states. And since independence, people of Tamil Nadu have shown a great love towards Congress party. From your perspective, can you tell us what is the reason that this much of love and affection people show towards Congress party?
Well, there is an ideological war taking place in our country today, and it is a war, very old war, it is not new. It is a war between the ideas of the RSS and the ideas of the Congress. The Congress party says India is a union of states, meaning all these states must have equal power, must have equal say, must be respected. We view India like a group of flowers, and when you look at a group of flowers, you don't say this flower is better than this flower or this flower is worse than this flower. You say all the flowers make up the bouquet. RSS says no. RSS says yes, there is a bouquet of flowers, but there is one flower in the middle of that is the main flower, and every other flower has to bow in front of that one flower. So that is why Mr. Modi says one nation, one culture, one tradition, one language, one religion. This is not India. For us, India is multiple religions, multiple languages, multiple cultures, multiple histories, multiple traditions. I would even say that even within Tamil Nadu, we should respect all the different cultures. It is not just respecting Tamil culture, it is respecting all other cultures inside Tamil Nadu as well. So, and I see that is where India gets its power from. Tamil Nadu understands this about the Congress. The Tamil Nadu understands very clearly that Congress party's ideology respects Tamil culture, and that Congress party expects a equal relationship between Tamil Nadu and the rest of India. And intuitively the Tamil people understand that BJP does not accept this, that BJP wants dominance, Congress wants equality. That is why the feeling for the Congress, and Tamil people also understand that the BJP is now on the aggressive, is being aggressive, and is moving aggressively. So it is irritating them.
In recent times, Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks a lot about Tamil culture. He speaks about Tamil identity. Not only him, down to the length, all BJP leaders in the second level, third level are focusing or emphasizing more on Tamil culture and things like that. People in the opposition are having a strong criticism over their stake on Tamil culture and identity. Why it's so that being a political party, they do have rights to talk about Tamil
They have
culture and
every
identity?
right to talk about anything they want, but talk is cheap. Talk anyone can do. Actions are what is important. Prime Minister praises Mahatma Gandhi. It is his ideology that was responsible for the death of Mahatma Gandhi. Ambedkar ji spent his entire life fighting the ideas of Narendra Modi. Everything that Ambedkar ji has written is against the ideas of Mr. Narendra Modi. Mr. Narendra Modi praises Ambedkar. But when it comes to his ideas, he crushes his ideas. When it comes to respect to Dalits, he crushes them. When it comes to equality, fairness, constitution, he crushes them. Gandhiji said, one man, one vote. Gandhiji said, constitution for India. Narendra Modi is attacking every day the constitution and then saying we praise Gandhi. What does it mean? You humiliate Tamil Nadu, right? And then you say, yes, we respect Tamil Nadu. Means nothing. Your actions have to reflect your words.
In the recent few decades, Tamil Nadu for the first time it's going to face an election without two big stalwarts, namely Madam Jayalalitha and beloved leader Mr. Karunanidhi. People have an opinion that there is a vacuum for leadership in Tamil Nadu. As a national leader, do you see such a vacuum in Tamil Nadu politics?
I mean, I certainly see it in the AIDMK. There's a reason for it. Earlier we had a conversation. I asked you what is your son and your daughter's name. What did you say your son's name was?
Chevian.
Chevian. And then you explained to me that Chevian means a complete man. That is why you named your son Chevian. It's quite a good idea. It's not perfect man. It's different. It is complete man. Now, do we have a Chevian chief minister? How can a person who bows in front of the BJP, BJP is attacking Tamil culture. I understand the chief minister has a history. He has a history of corruption, and Narendra Modi has the remote control in his hand, CBI, ED. And I understand that he is under pressure. But is this man a complete chief minister? Is this man somebody who the Tamil people can look towards and say, yes, he will defend our history, our language, our tradition? Has he stood up even once against the Prime Minister and said, what you're doing is wrong? No. So we need Chevian. We need a complete chief minister who responds to people, who listens to people, who embraces people, who defends Tamil values and at the same time defends Indian values. When the Tamil chief minister is not challenging Modi, he is not just failing Tamil Nadu, he is also failing India, because India requires that Tamil Nadu defends its culture, its religion, its language, its tradition. So he is failing on both counts, and that's what we need, a complete chief minister. In AIDMK that's missing.
You have come across the state for a 2x3. You have seen people there, you have addressed people. I am traveling with you for the past 3 days in the first phase also. People are telling you many grievances to you. Do you feel what is the actual need? Can you get what is the actual need of Tamil Nadu people, and what will be the main campaign area for political parties to do to address people's needs? What do you feel, sir?
It's not just Tamil Nadu, it's India. Our single biggest challenge, bigger than anything else, is jobs. And India is failing on jobs, and Tamil Nadu is failing on jobs. And there's a reason for it. Tamil Nadu is the state in India that has shown in the past that it can do manufacturing properly. It knows how to do it. It has many small and middle sized businesses, has an entrepreneurial spirit, has decisiveness, but that is not happening anymore. The only answer to our job problem is small and medium businesses, and supporting those businesses and making those businesses grow and become big businesses. And this is the direction that I think Tamil Nadu can show the nation. Yesterday we were in a meeting, and someone told me that earlier the idea of midday meal came from Kamaraj. Where did Kamaraj get it from? Kamaraj got it from a village in Tamil Nadu. Poor people suggested to him that you should do midday meal. We need midday meal. He implemented it. All the economists of the time said this is a bad idea. You're wasting money. Today that idea is in every school in India. So I believe that Tamil Nadu should have that role. Take things from the people and implement them here, and then those things should spread to the rest of India. Tamil Nadu has to show India a new direction. Narendra Modi has taken India into a wrong road, into a wrong direction, and that has to be corrected. And it has to be corrected by fixing the job problem.
You're saying that there is a very big need for jobs in not only in Tamil Nadu, in India. But the ruling government has made a campaign called Vetti Nadai Podum Tamilagam, meaning the state is walking in a victory path. They have launched a recent campaign and it is on board now. Do you see the state is walking in a progressive
these
path?
words, this is the interesting thing, right? Some days ago somebody said the Prime Minister is useless. And I said, no, this is superficial. Prime Minister is not useless. Prime Minister is useful. But the real question is, for who is he useful? Is he useful for the farmers? Or is he useful for 2 or 3 big business people? He is useful for 2 or 3 big business people. Same way, yes, I agree, Tamil Nadu is walking on the victory path. But for who? Victory of which force? Victory of the corruption. Victory of the alliance with Modi. Not victory of Tamil. Not victory of the Tamil farmers. Yesterday, a Tamil farmer who's growing lemons told me that his entire market, export market, was destroyed. Finished. No more exports. Why? Because of GST. 28% tax destroyed the entire lemon market. Did the Chief Minister tell Modi, why have you done this? Why have you destroyed my export market? No, Chief Minister keeps quiet. The man is crying over there. It's not his victory. He's crying, he's upset. Farmers in Tamil Nadu, it's not their victory, it's the Chief Minister's victory, it's corruption's victory, and it's the victory of Narendra Modi over the Tamil people. Absolutely, they are right, it is a victory.
Speaking about the winnability of DMK and the led Congress alliance, what do you feel that why should people elect DMK led DMK Congress alliance to come into power in Tamil Nadu? What will be the main reason?
Main reason, my job here is to stop the BJP culture, tradition, arrogance from entering Tamil Nadu. That's my main reason. And then I have an expectation. Expectation is that Tamil Nadu will show India the way forward with regards to jobs, will show India how to run a government that is close to the people. I will help in that, but that is not my job. That is the job of the people of Tamil Nadu and the government of Tamil Nadu. But why I'm here and why I'm touring so strongly is that I don't like any one Indian idea to suppress another one. Even if the same story for Bengal, the same story for Kerala, the same story for Punjab, the same story for Assam, the same story for Rajasthan. India is a union of states. That is our strength. We have to negotiate with each other. We have to work with each other. We have to carry each other. We cannot suppress each other.
In the recent few elections, we have seen many leaders, as I've already pointed out. Now Mr. M.K. Stalin has emerged as a very big mass leader here, and he is facing the elections for the first time as a leader of DMK party. He was the one who first pronounced your name as the Prime Minister candidate in the meeting held in Chennai. What is your value about Mr. M.K. Stalin and his leadership?
What is my value or my feelings?
Your feelings.
I'm very fond of Stalin, and I think he's a capable person, and I think he's an effective leader.
Here there is a talk in media that DMK and Congress are into alliance, and the alliances has not been settled so far. it is because of a number game, and number game is not settled, and Congress would plan for a third alliance with some other parties.
Look,
Do you rule out that?
we are currently in a negotiation with the DMK. And it would not be fair of me to comment on that negotiation, because this is a negotiation between our organizations. This is not a public thing. So I would like to keep that negotiation, between the two organizations without commenting on it publicly. But that negotiation is in progress.
Sir, actually I had a question, but you already answered it. But though I heard some organic criticism about Rahul Gandhi ji's campaign in Tamil Nadu. He focuses
some organic
criticism.
Yeah.
He focuses more on the BJP and RSS forces in the land of Tamil Nadu, rather attacking on the ADMK front. But you have answered that your basic duty is to not to stop
No,
BJP.
that is not correct, because in every speech of mine I am stating that the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu is not doing his role. They are connected, right? If the BJP has to enter Tamil Nadu, let me tell you, somebody has to open the door for them, right? Nobody can enter Tamil Nadu from the front. It has to be from the back door. And my criticism is the Chief Minister is trying to open the door from the back. That's my criticism. So it's a criticism of the AIDMK, it's a criticism of the BJP and the pact that they have, right? The other thing I'm saying is that Tamil Nadu has tremendous potential, and I see that potential in its farmers. I see that potential in its small and medium industry. That potential is not being utilized. That is not Modi's fault. That is the Chief Minister's fault. Yes, Modi has harmed it. Modi has caused problems. Modi has made GST that has destroyed businesses. Modi ji did demonetization that has destroyed businesses. But that fault is the Chief Minister's. So I am criticizing him on that front.
Both UPA and UPA2 gave enormous schemes to the country, particularly the rural guarantee scheme. And according to my statistics, Tamil Nadu was the one of the state which was benefited more on that particular scheme. In your tour, can you witness people talking about that scheme or reciprocating things about that scheme? Because there is a criticism that the scheme is not implemented properly, the wages are not given properly, the funds are misused and other things. Are you hearing from people about that scheme?
Yes, sir? Absolutely. Not only is there an issue on the money, the way the scheme is being implemented has changed. So we used to implement the scheme through the panchayats, through the local bodies. They implement the scheme bureaucratically. So there is a difference. Our way of implementing used to help the poor people more effectively. You know, when we did Narega, and I remember those days, most economists in the newspapers, they said this is a useless scheme. They used to criticize it. And the word they used to use, I really didn't like that word, that you are giving a free gift to poor people. Right? After 2014, some economists came from the United States, and they met me and they said, you know, Mr. Gandhi, the growth that took place 2004 onwards, huge part of that growth was because of Narega. Because Narega put money into poor people's hands and started the rural economy. Prime Minister sits in Parliament. He doesn't understand the fundamentals. He doesn't understand that if you want to grow India, you have to put money into poor people's hands. You have to put money into small and medium businesses' hands. He is running a government of hum do hamare do, two of them and two of them. And it is never going to work. You will see that India will not progress. Jobs will not be created. Inflation will increase. Because the only way to run this country is by helping poorer people. I'm sitting with you. In the beginning we had a conversation, right? You told me your father is a bus conductor, right? And I said, is he happy today? And you said, yes, he's very happy today. Because you became successful, right? This is the way to build India. The way to build India is to take our most valuable resource, our people, and unfortunately many of them are poor, and to build them up, to make them stronger. That's how we're going to grow the country. We're not going to grow the country by making two people strong and then everybody else just goes downwards.
The one more scheme is that the Congress party, which launched in the recent election, was giving out 6,000 rupees yearly to poor people. But the ruling government did not address into this scheme. What is the main reason that government is not taking such scheme to people?
During Corona, thousands of workers were walking back home. They asked the government for a railway ticket, bus ticket, 200 rupees. Government refused them. They were crying. I met them. They were crying that why is this man not giving us a railway ticket? He has shut down the whole country without any warning. Why is he not giving us a railway ticket? At the same time, he gave 1,50,000 crores tax relief to the 5-10 richest business people. This is the attitude. They do the media for him. See, poor people don't give Narendra Modi media. They don't put him on the TV. It's the richest people, 2, 3, 5 richest people, crony capitalists who put him on the TV. That's the deal. We will put you on the TV. You will give us the money. That's why BJP doesn't do pro-poor programs. And you look at us, our strength is that. That is what we do. Nyaya is a unbelievable scheme. Let me tell you, if Nyaya was running, Corona would not have had half the effect that it had. The pain that India felt, of course the pain of the disease would have been felt, but the economic pain would not have been felt. And they ridiculed us. And by the way, let me tell you, if we come to power, when we come to power in Delhi, that scheme is going to be implemented, 100%.
My final question is that, being election time, tell us one reason through this interview, why should people of Tamil Nadu vote for DMK-led Congress alliance?
Because I think the alliance is going to help empower Tamil Nadu, and not just in one way, in multiple ways. It is going to help on the job front. It is going to help our farmers. A lot of the things Narendra Modi forces on Tamil Nadu, the Chief Minister is going to say, no, this is not acceptable to us. And it's also going to stop the penetration of Tamil Nadu by the RSS. It's going to close the door. Chief Minister is opening the door from the back, we're going to close the door.
So, very, very wonderful time, and you gave us many points, and I hope this interview will be an excellent interview both in my career and for the audience. Finally, you have quoted that to people to read Thirukkural, but as I take the privilege to introduce other epic poet, Mr. Bharathidasan, who is a very known,
but I noticed this, but then
yes.
you, I mean, you have to give it to me in English, because
I will make the translation. Actually,
okay,
there is a very big lag that no one is ready to translate Bharathidasan poems. He is a very big poet here.
Why
He's
is
a
that?
very revolutionary poet, because people are not trying to do that, but it must be done. It must be done.
Okay.
So that and another token of love is, this is Thirukkural. This has English translation also, for just to say tender our love to you for this interview.
Thank you very
And
much.
thanks a lot, sir.
And I
Thanks a
hope
lot.
you do well.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the interview, sir.
Thank you.
நியூஸ் 7 தமிழ் தொலைக்காட்சியை டாக் டிவி, எஸ்சிபி, டிசிசிஎல், விகே டிஜிட்டல், ஆதார், ஜாக் டிவி, அக்ஷயா டிஜிட்டல் ஆகிய கேபிள் கனெக்ஷன்களிலும், ஏர்டெல், டாடா ஸ்கை, சன் டைரக்ட் ஆகிய டிடிஎச்கள் உட்பட அனைத்து முன்னணி கேபிள் கனெக்ஷன்களிலும் காணலாம்.